Hey everyone, what's up? This is Tony from 15 Minute Gamer and welcome to the channel. So as always, if you like the video, drop it a like and don't forget to click that subscribe button. I post a few videos a week and there's always something new to check out. So without delay, let's crack on with today's video. In today's video, I'm looking at this week's Inside Star Citizen. As always, it's split into two parts. First up, they talk about logos of the verse. So logos are the first thing you will see and give the player an impression of where they are. Logos need to be well developed, be it in shops or ships, as it really adds to the immersion. Say if you're going to go to an industrial area, you'll expect the logos to look more thrown together with big type fonts, you know, that sort of thing you normally see when you go to industrial areas. However, if you're going into a food shop, you might expect it to show the food you're looking at, or a bit more playful, or a bit more cartoony. Or, you know, if it's kind of like a organization like Hurston Dynamics, it'll be like they've got big gold statues, so you'd expect the logo to be big and bold, so that sort of thing. Designing a logo is no different to the real world, so they'll get a brief, they'll come up with the ideas, they'll then present, and then they'll check against real world logos to make sure they don't kind of interfere with anything like that. Then we've got a quick look at the Voyager bar, which is a new bar you'll see around the verse. It kind of looks like a standard vendor type thing, so one of them things you might see in a lot of different landing zones or around the colonies when they eventually come in. Kind of reminded me of something like Cyberpunk, you know, one of them like cut and paste assets you'll see quite often. One of the things that I did find a little bit funny was they didn't want to break immersion with rubbish logos. But then I was like, hang on, you got people standing on chairs, floating around, disappearing, walking in the walls. I was like, that's the immersion breaking. I don't really care if the logo doesn't maybe look the best. So yeah, that was it on logos. Next up, my favourite part, which is a sprint report. So Environment Art Team are working on docking arms, which are currently in the grey box stage. As you can see, there's going to be lots of windows in space, and they want to make sure they're future-proof so they'll fit any ship, whatever might come. The character art team have been working on the space whale statues that will be at Orison, the new landing zone that's coming in the next couple of patches. So they're kind of looking at the materials they want to be made of and that sort of thing. Respawn screens are being worked on, so they'll contain a little bit more information of how you got there and why you got there and where you are. Next up, interior lighting state of the Hercules. So it's going to have 3 light settings: emergency, auxiliary, and default. So you can tell the lighting will change color depend. I don't know if you'll get to control them stages. I've always thought that would be really good having things like, you know, if you're going to start going into a battle, to turn all the lights red, like inside, like you would in military, to keep the light signature down. So it'll be interesting to see if you can control that, or is it something that's just within the game and it's done itself. Redeemer is still in white box stage. I've got that in my hangar. I can't wait to use it. But we got some new pictures with exterior is maintaining its iconic design. So they are messing around with the interior, but they're keeping that exterior as it should be. The Tonk is in its white box, and they're currently working inside and out. And again, it's looking very spacious, and it just looks awesome. I don't know if I'll ever get to drive one of them things, but I hope so. And finally, colony stuff. They basically showed us some cooling station designs, power plants, fuel tank arrays, which will all connect together, solar power arrays to sort of go with this, you know, the power plants. And then they finished off by saying we'll see lots more information on the colonies and how they're put together in the coming months. I'm excited for colonies. I think it'll really make the world seem more real. And I hope this is when we can start maybe buying little colonies and have a little homestead ourselves. And as always, if you've got any comments, just leave them below. Maybe, do you like the idea of the colonies? Are you excited for the Redeemer? Do you care about logos? Is there something you're really interested in? The design process, that sort of thing. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll respond to any comments that get put. So yeah, that's kind of it for today's one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.